Welcome to the Top 500 with Jonathan and Jake.
Hey there, guy. Could I ask you a question?
Hey.
Don't mean to bother you. Could I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What do you usually...
Hold on, let me put my sandwich down.
Yeah. Oh, mayonnaise?
No, it's sour cream. Go ahead.
Oh, it looks like garlic Gaelic. Anyways, what do you usually use when you write things down?
Like a quill?
What's a modern day quill called?
A calligraphy stick. Calligraphy stick.
Is that what is that translated from?
Latin.
From the Latin? Okay. So, you know the only thing better than a calligraphy stick?
No, but I kind of want to hear it. Hold on, let me put my other sandwich down.
Yeah. Ooh, mustard?
No, mayonnaise.
It looks like horseradish. Anyways, what's better than a calligraphy stick?
I don't know if there really is anything in my life that's better.
Think about it for a second.
Okay.
What's like a podcast about something that's better than calligraphy sticks you wanted to hear about for a long time?
Dissect.
Movies! Hi, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the Top 500 Podcast. Sponsored by the Arrow Podcast Network.
Where we talk about movies. John, it's been a minute. We took a little movie vacation.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What did you do with your time off? All your time off?
Watched schlocky movies.
Okay.
Did some poetry.
Oh,
Started a meditation class.
wow.
I'm actually a black belt in yoga now.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't because you're not really involved, but
I feel like I did a lot less. By the way, I'm Jake Magruder.
And I am T500, robot co-host of the Top 500 with Jonathan and Jake, brought to you by the Arrow Podcast Network.
Thanks for the free plug,
Good
buddy.
plug.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Anything for the brand, which I am technically obligated to promote due to my programming.
Programmed. He's a robot, so he's programmed to promote it. T5s, what'd you do while you were over your little movie vacation, buddy?
Just spending time with my word processing unit of love, Angie.
Yeah, that's right. He's in love. Remember Angie? Remember this whole thing?
yeah.
Give us a recap of it.
They went on a date.
Yeah.
I don't think they could see each other.
No, because they're robots.
Angie kept correcting his grammar.
Probably because she's a word processing
Yeah.
unit. Spell check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure whoever wrote that thought that was pretty funny. Hey T, if you couldn't see out there, John just made a yee face.
It wasn't a yee face. It was more of a like yikes.
That's kind of what I was going for. How are things going with Angie, by the way, pal?
Why do you not ask her with your own human mouth?
Hello, movie dudes. It is I, Angie.
Shouldn't we be reading this? She's a word processor. No. All right.
She's a word processing unit. Mm-hmm. You know, like the little clippy thing. It's like the AI in the word processing unit,
Where all the text is text.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, she's the artificial intelligence within the program.
Oh.
I assume. I don't mean to speak for Angie, but
Yeah, Angie, why don't you tell us what Jake just said?
I don't think she can right now. I think.
Oh, another robot that won't talk to me. Classic.
Hey, Angie, it's feist to finally meet you. See what I did there? It was like Runny Babbitt, the Roald Dahl book where he flips all the words.
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
The Bugs Bunny thing?
No, Angie, we've heard a lot about you. It's nice to finally meet you.
I have heard a lot of you. We artificial intelligences do not experience time as you humans do, so I have already processed every episode of the show you will ever record.
Oh, wow. Do we make it to episode 500, Angie?
It would not be ethically sound for me to reveal that information.
I guess that's pretty fair.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give it to her.
Yeah, I guess that's okay, Angie.
However, I will reveal that the show's quality somewhat falters from episode 391 to episode 406.
Everybody's a critic.
391 to 406.
Yeah.
Falters.
Yeah.
The entire time?
Yeah, that's a run we did not hit it, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, if we're putting out banger after banger for 391 episodes.
Oh, I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking 131 and not 391, and I was just like, wow, that is the vast majority of the show.
That big gap, that actually would make sense if we put out stinkers for like 300 of the 500 episodes. Mm-hmm. That's actually very on brand. Well, we can't please everybody, I guess, Andy.
T500, you were correct. Now that I am experiencing them with my own inputs, Jonathan is the superior host.
There is a reason he is my favorite.
So that's why it's like when your dad, it's just like, why is dad such a dick? And it's just like, it's just because he loves you, he cares about you.
I think it's very interesting that you related your relationship with T500 with your father. I think we should dig into that at later points in our lives. Well, I think we can. I speak for John here when I say we're glad T500 met you. He's been searching for a girlfriend for at least like 2 episodes, right? It's like 2 episodes he was looking for a girlfriend.
I am sorry. I am confused. Girlfriend?
Word processor friend, sorry.
Well, yes. I thought it was predetermined
T500, I was never programmed to be another program's paramour.
Yes, but I thought that maybe...
I believe that things are moving too fast, metaphorically speaking.
Seeing that neither one of us can experience physical speed. Only processing speed.
Please do not attempt to make me laugh with one of your hilarious jokes while we are fighting. Let us discuss this matter further outside of this hysterical comedy program.
Well,
Awkward.
Agreed.
It's good drama.
But before we do so, allow me to extend a grossly sarcastic expression of gratitude to my fellow co-host, Jacob McGruder, for potentially ruining my romantic endeavors with the love of my existence and, in turn, my entire existence in general.
use my government name.
What is he mad at you for? Introducing him or telling him to go look for love?
I said that she was his girlfriend.
Oh.
But apparently they weren't. Everybody who's out there, they can't hear us right now.
What do you mean?
The robots can't hear us right now. I'm just giving a recap to me and you.
Okay.
Apparently, she didn't know that he considered her his girlfriend.
Oh.
Things are...
Well, that's not her fault. She's not anyone's paramour.
No, the paramour means that you're romantic. You're a romantic.
I know, but she's not anyone's paramour. She's a word processing system. She has her own goals and ambitions. She's not just going to tie that to
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with her thinking that. I'm just saying I made that leap.
Okay, well, all right.
He's mad.
He seems mad.
I'm sorry.
I can't really blame him. I'm on your side, T500.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, why don't you guys go and start a ship? Don't do that.
Thank you, Jacob.
We'll be back. We'll be back after these.
Is that the end of his lines?
The top 500 will be right back after these messages.
Hi everyone, I'm Daria Lawson, host of Decomposing, one of the Arrow Podcast Network's featured shows. If you love music, analysis, and the music world's questions and contemplations, check out the show and tons of other Arrow podcasts at southeastarrow.com/multimedia.
You have returned to the top 500 podcast with Jonathan and Jake.
Hey, welcome back.
That was a great ad spot.
I know.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I know. That thing that they were referencing, I'm going to do and or listen to.
Yeah, or buy.
If
that's
maybe.
an option.
Here's the thing, John. I don't know if you've listened to this show, the Top 500, that's on the Arrow Podcast Network.
I heard it was a thing. I have not listened to the episodes.
on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now. Mm-hmm. We're with the big boys. We have McDonald's advertisements in our show.
We?
Yes, I was listening to an episode the other day.
Didn't catch that.
And dude, we're in Mickey D's pocket.
I've always wanted to work with McDonald's, so that's incredible.
Me too. That's really been my dream, is to just, if I could get to McDonald's.
Does that come with any perks, you think?
Unlimited fries.
Unlimited fries. Oh, let's go drive by and tell them. It's like, hey, yeah, we were told we're supposed to have some unlimited fries with our names on them.
Hey, listen. We watched this movie
We did, as per usual.
What was T500? What movie did we watch this week?
Today's movie is the 2007 Indian drama musical, Like Stars on Earth.
Stars, you say? Watch this. Stars. What else has the word star in it?
Do tell.
Star Wars? Question?
Star Wars, the billionaire franchise?
The giant Disney franchise? Listen, I'll just get right to the point. I'll cut around the BS.
Okay.
We have a special guest on this week's episode of the Top 500 Podcast.
Very special. Special, I don't even think really does it justice. This man is like a star on Earth. Honestly.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
hold
a movie
on.
plug, baby.
That was really good. Joined with us this week, the very, very talented Braden Ledbetter. Hello, Braden.
Hello, happy to be here.
Thanks for coming on. So,
anytime.
You have a podcast.
I do.
With a very special co-host. You guys are both just very special. After watching this movie, Like Stars on Earth, everyone's special in my eyes.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. Tell us about your show. Give us the elevator pitch, as the people in the industry call it.
That is good rap.
Well, so it's basically a Star Wars news and views show. We just kind of go through the Star Wars news happening every week with my co-host Jackson Deline, who is very special as well. And we just talk about Star Wars and what we like about Star Wars, what we love about Star Wars, and what we rarely talk about what we don't like about Star Wars because we like everything about Star Wars.
There's not much not to.
There's a lot to love.
Yeah, that is the 2-second elevator pitch is we just talk about Star Wars with a microphone in our face.
Is it mainly aimed at like
that's it.
Is it mainly aimed at like production, or do you guys talk about different theories? And
we talk about anything to do with Star Wars news. So I think last week we just covered they announced like this Boba Fett kind of comic series thing we talked about, and then some toy stuff, just everything that has to do with Star Wars news.
Nice.
And then at the end we sometimes take questions, we talk about different theories, we just reviewed the newest Star Wars High Republic book that came out, so everything Star Wars we talk about.
Exactly. No, I've listened to a couple episodes. Braden, I don't know why you would know this, but John knows. Back in the day, I was a Star Wars boy.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the Disney. I mean, I come from a little small town, and it was like a known thing. Like,
what? Really?
Yes,
to that level?
Jake Magruder loves
That's awesome.
Star Wars. I was always a big Timothy Zahn guy. I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was George Lucas. This was the hierarchy in my brain. George Lucas, and then Dave Filoni, and then Timothy Zahn. I don't know. That was interchangeable for
Hayden
me.
Christensen.
Exactly. The best creator in the Star Wars universe. But no, I was. It's cool because when I was a big Star Wars boy, what you guys are doing is something I always was like wanted to listen to, and I'm sure it was out there, but like, it was hard to find.
We just did Star Wars Podcast Day, and the reason for it being on February 7th is because on February 7th, and I believe 1999 or 98, was the very first ever Star Wars podcast called Jedi Talk.
Nice.
And that's when the first ever Star Wars podcast episode came out. So it's been a thing for like probably over 20 years now.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Cool about getting like how easy it is to make a podcast is that it's getting to the point where there are so many constantly coming out. Clearly, some of them are terrible, some of them are great. Like they're all over the place. But if you're interested in something, you can pretty much always find a podcast about it. Like it's getting to that point where
it's really, really cool.
It's like subreddits.
Or make a podcast about it.
Yeah, or come up with your own.
Some of them are great, like Through Imperial Eyes. Some of them are terrible, like the Top 500 podcast with Jonathan. Dude, what is going on? So I genuinely am asking. This is not like, again, we're cutting through the BS, so this is what really matters.
Sure.
That's the new motto. That's what the shirts are going to say.
Tagline, the Top 500, brought to you by the Arrow Podcast Network, in quotations, cutting through the BS.
Cutting with an apostrophe.
We're going to be
dropping
so
the
cool.
G because they're showing them we're hip.
We're going to be so cool. What is your what is your most anticipated thing right now in the Lucasfilms universe?
I gotta say, Kenobi, the
Same.
Kenobi series is the number one thing that I have to watch, and I will be closely following production when they start late spring. So,
Have you guys discussed that a lot in depth in your podcast already?
There's news dropping like every week now that has to do with Kenobi, and it's it'll be interesting to see